Yo, Joe! Welcome back to the G.I. Joe role-playing game actual play featuring Order from Disorder, the very first actual play of the brand new RPG from Renegade Games, the G.I. Joe role-playing game. I'm your host and game master, Jason Charles Miller, together with players Amanda McKnight as Diamond, Alicia Marie as Mugshot, Michelle Wynn Bradley as Vale, and Ryan Costello as Circles. We'll be taking you on a collaborative adventure through the world of G.I. Joe. This is episode 3. Okay, when we last left our Joes, you were flying in a C-130 with some C4. Wild Bill and Iceberg headed to a remote Cobra missile base in northern Siberia. You've traveled for about 14 hours, and you've all been sleeping in your hammocks, and Iceberg starts to wake you up one by one. He's like, we're getting close. Thought I'd wake you guys up so you can have your morning coffee and just kind of get ready for what we're going to be doing today. By the way, back at the pit, I forgot to give you these. And as he's waking you up, he gives each one of you a pair of snowshoes, which will help you with your ground movement on snow. So you can add that to your inventory as well.
I am so not excited to be very cold outside, but I managed to use the extra Arctic wear I found in the back to make sort of a double coat for myself. I run very, very cold. I'm very worried about this mission, everybody.
You could be able to do anything.
I cut the sleeves off. I didn't think I needed sleeves.
Yeah, I took your sleeves and I made another. Yeah, it's a whole situation. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. Circles. I can do math and science, and just from inside my jacket here, it's got a whole situation.
It'll probably be easier because you're warmer, actually, because if you were cold, I feel like it'd be hard to do calculations, no?
That's true.
It's true. I didn't think
Gotta
about
stay
that.
comfy.
You're too hot. You can't do any calculations.
Never tried to do math when I was cold.
So, yeah, lesson learned.
Iceberg looked at you, Mugshot, and he's like, I think you're going to need some sleeves out there.
Nah.
Okay. You know what?
Tough.
I'll take some sleeves for you. And in case you need them, just tap me on the back.
Imaginary sleeves, you know?
I'll hook you up. I've got them in my backpack.
All right.
Jason's got this sleeve-based combat coming up, and he's ruined all his plans.
Something really important is going to happen with these sleeves. I'm really worried.
You're going to need some sleeves for this combat, I think. We'll see. It's all good.
Sleeve-based.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually created an entire sleeve-based system that we're going to introduce. It's homebrew, but I think it's going to take off. All right.
It goes with rolling to see if your parachute opens when you deploy.
That's
Same system.
That's a
same
little
system.
homebrew thing I want to add, but we'll get there in a second.
Oh my goodness.
In the meantime, Circles, you're actually up in the cockpit with Wild Bill.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we're approaching the jump site. I'm going to have to take her up pretty high here. Now, what you need to do is you need to jump until you're only about 1,000 feet up. And then you got to pull the chute. Problem is, you're going to be going at basically supersonic speed getting down there. I mean, I know there's something called terminal velocity, but I never really believed in any of that. So listen, I want you to be super careful when you do this, and I want you to make sure that you follow Iceberg's instructions, all right? He's done this before. He learned from Ripcord. He knows what to do. I don't want you to get all cattywampus out there, all right? You got to stay with that Iceberg. Are you with me?
We will try not to get all cattywampus.
All right. Well, you're about to approach the jump point, and Iceberg says to you, all right, who's going first?
Circles will step forward.
Oh, okay.
I was in the Air Force. I guess I'm the one that knows the most about what to do here.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I do want to include one little piece of homebrew. This is not in the book, but I thought it would be kind of fun because I'm giving you a chute and a backup chute. You will need to do an acrobatics check later. That's in the rule book. After you pull the chute. But I want to do something fun where I want everyone to roll a d20 and tell me what their score is when they're jumping out. And then I'll tell you the results of that. Just a little.
I can't add technology or something.
Can't add anything. This is a straight roll.
Dang it. I was going to petition.
This is basically determining if your chute fails or not.
Oof.
Right.
Was it me? Was it?
Okay.
No. I had that in mind already, so
right.
wasn't you. So okay, Circles. Give me your first roll.
All right, so my straight D20 is a 9.
You're safe.
Okay.
And who's next to jump out?
I'll jump out. Oh, Mugshot, you go.
14.
After you. No.
Go! You gotta go! Come on!
14.
14, you're safe. Diamond, you're next.
20.
You're fine. Vale.
Wow. I rolled a 17.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. I was actually just looking for a natural 1.
Oh.
If there was a natural 1, I was going to force you to open your other chute. But now what we're going to do is I will need, I believe, an acrobatics check for landing in the spot where we want to land.
Can I petition to use my technology roll because I'm using my HTV goggles to calculate when and where I need to go?
We are also we are doing a couple of things. We're doing a high altitude, low opening jump, which will give us more of a
Element of surprise.
Well, the idea is the element of surprise, but also it's a more difficult jump. So I've got a penalty in mind. So if everyone can just give me a straight acrobatic skill, I would. It's physical, Vale. So it would be hard to use your technology, especially when you're. I don't know if
It's fine. I rolled a 20, so.
Okay, good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
I guess because I was like, oh wow, what? That never happens.
I've actually gone skydiving twice, and the first time I don't even remember it, and the second time it was actually okay. I remember this now. This is good, but there's no way you would have been able to operate like a keyboard or anything while you're flying through the air.
A laptop.
Yeah.
You don't remember the first time?
No, I mean, I remember, but it happened so fast, it felt like 9 seconds. The only thing that they don't tell you, though, is that once you pull the chute, this is on a regular, sort of, leisurely skydiving event, is that once you pull the chute, you're in the air for another 7 to 10 minutes. Just hanging there. And that actually is way more terrifying than jumping. Because you're like, no, I'm just, if you've got any height
I'm
issues.
just falling slowly.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're just like, here I am. So, yeah, that was actually way more terrifying. But anyway.
No.
But for this one, you guys are opening where it's going to be really quick before you land. So Vale, you got a 20 on your acrobatics. What did everybody else get?
I got a 7.
Oh, an acrobatics.
Ooh.
I am not acrobatic.
I got an 18.
Okay.
14 again.
Okay. So here's what happens. Diamond, Mugshot, Vale, and Iceberg all land together. You all land in the spot where you want to land. Circles, you guys don't see Circles, and Circles, you don't see them. You think that you saw that they landed off to the north, but you're not sure. So you're now separated from the party.
All right, I try and contact Iceberg by the communicator. Iceberg, you there?
Yeah. Where'd you land? I couldn't really track where you ended up.
I don't even know how to tell you. It's white. There's snow.
Hang on, let me see if I can find you with this locator. The thing is, I'm a little afraid to use it right now because I don't want Cobra to pick up our signal.
Yeah. Is there something we could do, like a flare, but like something you would come across naturally?
Flare.
My bingo has enhanced sensors, so it has the benefit of acute senses and can make a look for you.
That's a great idea.
Okay. So this is an upgrade I added to my robot. These are very awesome ones. It just says I have acute sentences. So if I could look that up real quick, I can't remember. Sorry.
Sure.
Let's see. Or maybe Ryan can help me.
Yeah, it's on page 129. Acute senses, you choose one of the 5, the primary senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, or smell. Whenever it is a natural occurrence or something that has, whether it is a natural occurrence or something that has developed in you, one of your 5 senses is much stronger than the others. You gain an edge when rolling a skill test for alertness if your chosen sense can be applied. You gain upshift 1 on non-alertness skill tests when you can apply your sense. And you can choose this perk up to 5 times.
Okay, I do the thing. So to find circles, this would be alertness,
Yep.
smarts. And I have currently I've got a D2 in alertness, so I can upshift that.
No, you would
edge?
roll
Or, sorry,
with an edge. So 2d20,
edge.
take the better one, and your
Got
d2.
it. Okay, got it. Here we go, looking for circles.
All right, I try and stand out from the background that I'm camouflaged to fit into.
Dang it. That's 12, 13, 14 total.
14. I was hoping for a 15.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but then the 2 rolled a 2. Does that count as being critical?
Oh, no, you can't crit on a 2.
No? Okay.
Oh, only on a 4 or higher? Or
Yeah, exactly. The d2, it's just the odds of critically are too high.
Great.
Okay.
I made an exception.
50%.
Did my best.
So yeah, like I'll take out my chainsaw and I'll wave it around. Hopefully it'll catch a little bit of light on the silver parts of it.
Can we support anyone when they're doing a task that's like outside of combat? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can lend assistance outside of combat. You just need to be able to contextualize it. Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
How will it go?
So you're looking, Vale's looking like through something to see this? Like your goggles or?
I'm using, I would say I'm using, I've instructed Bingo to go look for circles.
Okay.
Maybe uploaded his image, and then the robot itself is doing the test.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to. It's not like you have a monitor where you can see.
I didn't add that to my robot, so no.
Okay. I can't help you then. Sadly.
Mugshot?
Mugshot.
Question, don't we all have HDB access pads though?
You do, but
Can't we just-
Iceberg doesn't want to use it because he's afraid that Cobra is
Because
going
he's
to
afraid
pick
they're
it up.
gonna. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not like closed circuit.
I mean, they are, but being so close to a Cobra base, you never know when they can hack in.
Right. What else can we do?
Oh,
We're supposed to be, like,
I've got the
tactical.
situational awareness kit. Can I use that to help find my friends, or at least find Bingo?
Sure.
All right, so I'll spend the kit. It'll take me 10 minutes, and then I get to roll alertness as though I'm specialized,
Okay.
which only gives me a
Yeah,
D4
'cause
and a D2. But
10
it's still
minutes
better
have
than nothing.
passed.
19 and 2, so 21 to spot Bingo.
Okay, out of the corner of your eye, something glints, and you see Bingo circles. Are you going to try to wave him down?
Yeah, I wave. I start running towards him.
Okay. He's Bingo now sees you, which means Vale sees you.
Yeah, I would say I am alerted maybe through my HTB. Again, I didn't pick the I can't see through it for some reason. That's like a thing I've got to buy for it. So I know you've been found, and the instructions are to find you and lead you back. So probably it's going beep 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 and then going back towards us for you to follow.
Great.
Okay. You found him?
Yeah, he seems like he's making his way back to us.
Where did he go? Can you
It's a
tell me?
long way.
Different.
He just
story.
landed in the wrong spot. His chute took him at the last second to another area. You are in what can only be described as the frozen tundra. There's only a smattering of trees here because of you're right at the timber line where trees just stop growing. the base is about 5 miles due north from where you are. You're now all together. Now, luckily, you have Arctic clothing. You've got snowshoes. So, but 5 miles is a long way to go. So I would still, even with the bonuses, I still want you all to roll a survival check.
Okay.
Or I guess, Ryan, would it be an endurance check? What would be the stat for that?
Yeah, you could do survival or brawn, I would say.
Yeah.
So survival will give you the shortest, safest routes, whereas brawn will let you tough it out if you get whacked in the head with branches and stuff, just because you don't understand the hazards that you're facing.
And what bonus does the snowshoe give us? Anything? No.
What the snowshoe does is it enables you to walk through rough terrain. This is considered rough terrain, and you can ignore the rough terrain penalty.
Okay.
You know,
just
right,
roll
the
number-
discount.
Great.
Speed.
My
12?
survival, I got a 15.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
Ooh, we're getting cruising.
What'd you get, Mugshot?
16 is I did my dice back. Did I say 16?
Yeah. And
Okay.
and Vale?
12.
Okay. Everybody is okay. You've gone about 2 miles so far, and then the strangest thing happens. You actually hear a voice off in the distance going, "Help! Help!"
You guys hear an SOS? Or is that just me?
No,
I
I hear,
hear
it
what
too.
sounds like a trap, to be honest, but I mean, it sounds like someone yelling for help.
We could tough out a trap. An innocent person couldn't tough out these conditions.
That's true.
I agree. I think we should go see if it is a trap or if it's someone that actually needs help.
Lead the way.
Diamond, do you want to take the point and kind of approach sneaky-like?
I think that would be best. So I will try to, I guess, go stealth in the direction of it.
Oh, yeah. Do we need to try and pinpoint
Like
where it's
blend in
coming
with
from?
snow.
I mean, you can hear where it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably check up on it.
Okay. Okay.
Right, so you could stealth
There you go.
towards it. I think that'd
Okay.
be a good.
We'll stay back
Stealth.
like a few feet. Like we'll watch her, but
So that is 12 plus do I get anything as a bonus?
Well, you get to roll
Stealth,
your
stealth.
whole handful because you're a stealth specialist.
Yes. So I
And that's
get
where the 12 comes in.
I get the 12 and I think I can actually use, since this is a new scene, I
Mhm.
could use my all warfare's deception finally to re-roll my stealth skill test. So that just allows me to re-roll my skill dice, just because the highest I got was like a 4. And then I can take the new result. Or unless we feel like 4 is good, I guess the highest I can go is 6 on it.
Well,
It
what did
doesn't
you get
allow
on
me
the-
to.
What'd you get on the D20?
I only got an 8.
Okay, so 12.
Does that allow me to re-roll my D20 as well, or is that only
No, just the skill dice. So everything
just
but
the skill
D20.
dice? Okay, all right. So yeah, I guess I'll just save that then. Might be more useful later. So yes, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You're not sure if you are stealthy or not, but here's what you come across.
Okay.
You see a frozen lake. You see a little shack next to the frozen lake. And you see what appears to be a break in the ice and a child
what?
trying to tread water in the ice and another child on the edge of the lake trying to get him out.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm going to like throw off my potential stealth and just like acknowledge that these are probably children that need my help. So I will go towards the child that's trying to help and be like, no, this is not the way. And I'm going to look for a stick. Is there a stick nearby?
There are some sticks nearby, yes.
Great.
Just use
I'm
your
going
bow.
to
A stick. She does
shoot a bow over to them.
No, like
Oh, yeah,
use
I
the
do.
bow
Yeah.
as a
know.
a
stick.
bow is made of a stick.
Yeah.
Right. But
Sorry.
no, I grab a nearby stick because
Okay.
that is the way, I think, of this moment. And I feel inspired to grab the stick and slowly crawl onto the ice
Okay.
and hold out
Uh-oh.
the stick to grab the child. And I get the other child to sort of like try to stay.
To back
Is it
off.
to back off and maybe like just kind of keep like a hand on my ankle because they're off the ice. Right.
Mhm,
And so I crawl towards, I hold out the stick and I tell them to grab the stick, the child that's trapped. Grab on, come grab on.
Can you make
they
a acrobatics check for me, please?
Acrobatics. Okay. Oh, that is a 21.
Okay, you're able to put the stick out, and the child grabs onto the stick. And now, can you make an athletics check for me?
Athletics. Oh, can yes. So that is a 19.
All right, you're able to pull the child to safety.
And I explain, when you're going out, you can't just go out on ice randomly. It's very dangerous. You need to make sure that the ice is solid and you need to be with an adult.
Thanks. Now we know.
Et maintenant tu sais, et savoir est la moitié de la bataille. Or as we say in English, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
And they run back into the shack that has a nice little some steam and a fireplace coming out of it.
And I head back to the group.
And you get
back up, slightly confused.
You get a point for that.
Oh,
A story point.
A story point.
Yeah.
incredible. Diamond, did you,
superb.
Does it make any sense that it happened there? Absolutely not. But
No.
it's G.I. Joe, so
hey, Diamond, so there's like no parents, they're just living in that shack. Will Love you check any of that? Or they're either good?
No, I think they're probably fine.
Probably fine?
I think
Okay.
yes. I mean, I assume there must be parents if they're living out here in the middle of nowhere. How would they be able to do anything? I hope.
Well,
That is strange.
We'll put a pin on that. Maybe we can check it out later.
When we leave.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not too close to the base where it's going to explode. That would not.
Well, we went about
be
2 miles, so
unfortunate.
probably they're 3 miles away.
right.
It's probably
You'll
fine.
be okay.
We'll check some math on
I don't think
that.
it's a 3 mile radius of C4, but then again, there's missiles.
It's true.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, it
Diamond,
would
you're
be worse
Canadian,
if-
so you know the metric system. So miles probably is gobbledygook to you, right?
Right.
It's about 10,000 thumbs. That's how we measure things in America. Just random sort of measurement units.
Fortunately, I think how many miles are we? 2 or 3 miles? I think that's something like 6 or 8 kilometers, something like that. I think is the conversion. We learn about conversion in Canada.
All right, you're now back with the group. You explain to them what happened. And now you're going to make your way. It is now getting dark.
Oh, goodness.
It takes, even with snowshoes, it takes a lot longer to go five miles in snow than it would just walking as a person in a regular environment. So, as it starts to get dark, everyone make an alertness check for me, please.
Can I
Good
also
for me.
use my friend of darkness?
Is it
Which
kicking
allows
automatically?
me. It just I can do that to see in darkness up to 30 feet as though it's dim light. Like how dark is it? Is what I'm
It's
wondering.
dusk.
Oh, okay. So it's dim light right now. It's not dark
Right.
yet. Okay. All right. So just a regular alertness then.
17. I'm rolling good now that we're not in combat.
13.
Ah,
21.
11.
Okay, now I'll roll for Iceberg. My D4. Okay. Iceberg is preoccupied. Got a 3. For the two highest scores, you definitely feel like you hear something approaching. You hear crunching in the snow. It doesn't seem like a vehicle to you though, because you only hear the crunching. You don't hear any vehicle sounds or any mechanical sounds. You just hear this crunching that's slowly approaching.
Wait. I hear something. Who else hears something? Who else?
I remember who
There were
was
two
second
people got
highest.
the two highest. Who was it? You.
I hear the crunching.
Something's
Maybe we should hide.
You could hide. We have
Okay,
camo
and
gear on.
I camouflage up.
We sort of like, hold on. Don't move. What do we hear? What else?
I pretend to be a polar bear.
Okay.
Can I roll for deception?
As you do that, even with your attempts to hide, you are not surprised, but you see the biggest polar bear that you've ever seen, and it's coming right at you.
What?
No, this was not in the briefing. I don't think so.
So I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Oh, I get an edge when I roll for initiative. Not that I want it, but I get an edge because I have an always alert perk.
No, you want it. You want it. What do you mean not that you want it? You want it.
Right.
Hug this polar bear.
Then- okay.
Oh.
With an edge, is that like a luck point? I get to re-roll it, or is it just
No, an edge is where you roll 2d20 and you take the top roll, and then you add your other skill dice to it.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
A 9.
Incredible. I got a 13 with no additional anythings. Straight 20.
A 9, 13.
Yeah.
I got 11.
Ooh,
I got
roll.
a 2.
Wait, why am I going
Love
first?
today.
Wow.
Oh no! Shoot!
I know. Well, that means I'm
Simon can
second?
save children, but initiative, not her thing today.
So circles is first, and then
No, I got an 11. Vale's first.
Iceberg got an 11 also. So how do we deal with ties in initiative?
I think we just roll off. We
Yeah.
actually do have a roll, but like,
It's I read that, and I believe it is you each roll a d20, and whoever has the higher takes the higher position in initiative.
Okay.
well, that's how I rolled a 14.
I got a 12.
All right, I'm faster.
Okay. And then let me roll for the polar bear.
Boy.
Polar bear got a 15, so I guess the polar bear is going first.
that's ridiculous.
All right.
The world's largest bear. And this bear is even bigger than...
So what height class is a bear? 2 sizes bigger or 1?
What size large. So it would just be one size bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good, because that would determine how many like shutdown shifts we would take.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah. And
we tried to
comment
grapple
against
it,
large,
right?
there's no penalties.
Circles, it's just the tail of the dice, but the polar bear has come to take a swipe at you.
All right. I'll try and tough it out. See if this ballistic armor was worth it.
It's going to attempt to maul you, of course. Because that's what polar bears do.
Oh, dear.
Boy.
Gets a 26.
Oh, that definitely hits me.
Yeah. So you take one. You would take 1 blunt damage from the mauling. Huh?
I would.
But tell me about your armor. Your armor is just to protect you.
Oh, yeah, it's just increasing my toughness.
Okay. So then you take 1 point of blunt damage.
Yeah.
Do you get your bonus, your like temporary back, or do you not?
I
Is that
will
only the
when
one?
I get to go into Reckless Abandon.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I have to wait till my turn for.
Okay.
So that was real damage.
That's the worst kind.
I know.
No more
Okay.
holographic damage for us.
This is real damage now. Vale, it is your turn.
Okay, everyone, polar bears are like really, really going extinct. We cannot injure this poor little bear. We do need it to go down because it's gonna eat us because this looks super hungry.
I'm
gonna
about to go extinct. Hurt the bear.
Oh, you're fine. Stop being a baby about it. So I'm gonna use my action to throw a concussion grenade, which it says just make concussed, not die. No injury to bear, please. So this is a targeting throw. The range is says 20/50 feet. So which one do I use?
Well, if you're within 20 feet, you use 20 feet. If not, you suffer, I believe, a downshift for throwing that.
How far away is the polar bear?
I mean, it's on circles. So probably the best idea would be to throw it 20 feet behind the bear and hope that it concusses and
Alrighty, I do the thing. So this and a d6. I'm gonna use a free action to aim.
I'm sorry, actually, what is the range of the explosion? 10 feet?
10.
Okay. Then yeah, that would be, if you want to try to avoid circles, I would say throw it 10 feet behind the bear.
Okay, I do this thing.
You might blow the bear toward us.
No, it's a concussive grenade, and according to the definition, it should be totally fine. Just as disable. Okay, I am gonna use targeting. What's the D8? Okay, here we go. So it's a 19.
A 19?
Yes.
That hits.
Okay, that's 1 stun blast effect.
Okay.
So that was my standard action. For my movement, I'm gonna use the movement to order the drone to move towards the bear for now.
But the drone can't attack?
It's one or the other, I believe. You can unless I've used my action to make it my movement to either command it. Hold on a second. When you successfully blah blah blah, the pet performance command blah 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 blah. I believe it's as a movement. Oh, sorry, attack as a move action, or moving it as a move action. Either one.
Right. You could give it 2 commands, but you already used your standard action,
Correct.
so you can't give it.
So I make it move closer to the bear. That's it. Sorry.
Okay. Circles, it's your turn.
All right. I am not going to be so gentle with this bear. So I'm going to enter my state of reckless abandon between Vale not really caring about my physical condition and, just adrenaline in general. So that gives me an upshift 2 on my strength-based stuff, which gives me, it equalizes the fact that I'm using a chainsaw, which is a power saw, not meant to be used as a weapon, so I get downshift 2 to attack with it. But if I hit, it's 2 damage. Oh wait, and I'm specialized in it, so I'm not just rolling this D3, I'm also rolling D4 and D2. So I got 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, that does 2 sharp damage.
It's a big target. Okay.
And I'd like to take advantage of it being stunned and move away, but that just means somebody else is going to get mauled. So I'm gonna stand my ground.
So Circles, can you make me another awareness check?
Oh sure.
Since you're right up on it.
14.
You notice that there is a symbol on its chest.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what that symbol
Snake-like
is,
symbol?
but you notice that there is some sort of symbol when you're in the middle of this combat. But at that 14, you can't tell what it is, but you can certainly see some sort of crest of some sort. It does not look natural.
All right. Well, I'm going to yell over the buzz of my chainsaw. You know how big this bear is? I don't think it's naturally big. I think somebody's messing with this bear.
Even worse.
Think it's unnaturally big?
I think it's like genetically alterated big.
Polar bears of unusual size? I don't think they exist. Okay, it's now Iceberg's turn, and Iceberg is going to pull out his rifle and take a shot at the bear. He's going to target, so that gives him a D6. So with the targeting, does that give him an additional D6 besides the D6 that it goes with his rifle skill?
No, the rifle skill is summarizing the D6 he's getting from targeting.
Got
so
it.
it's the same D6, just written in two different places.
And Iceberg also hits the polar bear. So it takes 1 ballistic damage.
All right, we're doing okay.
Yeah. Mugshot.
Okay. All right. Since no one seems to be closing the distance between us and the polar bear, I think I'm just gonna take that as for the example that it is, and she's just gonna launch a frag grenade. But because they bounce like a ball, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna do something where you sort of throw it at the ground, and then it sort of bounces upward because she wants to aim it perfectly. And since I do have this army background and I do have proficiency in a lot of weapons and I can fill in a lot of holes on any team, give me a call, say my resume. The frag would just bounce, and she wants it to bounce like right in front of him, but then trajectory wise, because I do have trajectory as a perk, it bounces like literally, she has a face fixation. It bounces like just hits him right in the face. It's a skill. What can I say?
Okay, but if a frag grenade hits him right in the face, then that also could be a chance that you would hit
Yeah, that'll be right in my face too.
circles.
I thought you were trying to find an angle that it would blow up the bear, but not me.
Yes, because it's a ball. I want to be able to trajectory, make it hit the boom, boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or no?
Yeah, although I would say because you're in snow, the idea of it bouncing off the snow would probably not work because it would just go into the snow and then just stick there.
So it's soft snow. It's not like hard packed ice. I'm from Connecticut. I'm asking what kind of snow it is.
It's like crusty. It's crusty snow. So it's the kind of snow that you fall into. It's not soft powder, but it's not pure ice either.
It's not hard enough to bounce off of. All right, you know what? In that, I'm just going to take a page out of Iceberg's book. She's going to take out her pistol and point right at it and shoot.
Okay.
Done. So am I rolling?
Targeting.
Okay. I'm not having. I can roll 7. It's not good. I'm trying to think if I have any response to that. I don't have any.
And don't forget, everyone has now, and because Diamond got hers back, everyone has a story point that they can use for one reroll.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna since we're faced with a polar bear who could potentially kill us, and so none of us know that circle saw symbol on yet. He hasn't told any of us, or none of us know.
No,
Okay.
I inferred that the symbol meant somebody'd been messing with it, but I guess I should have also mentioned why.
There's a symbol.
By the way, I came to that conclusion because of the symbol on the bear.
Right.
It's a sticker.
Ah.
I will use my story point and hope that the dice doesn't play me. Otherwise, it's going in the trash across the room. A 9 plus a 4. Oh my God. It's still reload, but it's still better.
It's not going to hit.
Yeah. Okay. That didn't work. She tosses the gun behind her. Piece of crap.
Okay, Diamond.
Oh. Yes. I'm going to move away.
Okay.
This is a lot for me to, since I don't like polar bears. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start taking out my big ball of fondant from my bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep some of it, I think. So I'm going to break off like a pretty big chunk of it, but I'm going to keep like a little bit and tuck it away for a snack later. And I'm going to start shaping the fondant using my cake decorating skills into a seal shape.
Seal?
A seal.
A seal.
Oh,
A seal.
Like a sea lion.
Okay.
Yes, like a sea lion.
Seals are the little ones, right? And sea lions are the big ones.
Right. I think they're about the same shape, though, are they not? Seal,
Yeah, they're
sea
just one's
lion.
big.
Yeah,
One's
for
really
the
big.
most part.
I'll make sure I give it lots of whiskers. I think sea lions have a lot of whiskers, and seals
Okay.
they have tusks.
Now, don't forget, every turn is 6 seconds. So,
Hey,
I really
have a
feel
lot
like
of
this
cake
would take you
decorating
several
skills.
minutes to do this.
We'll see. I'm fast. I work quickly. It's already this fondant. I was playing with it on the plane, so it might be a little cold. I do have to warm it up a bit, but I'm confident in my cake decorating skills. I'm fast.
My God.
I was on one of those baking competition shows. Don't worry.
There were a weird number of polar bear attacks on that baking show.
Yeah, I had to do a whole Arctic cake, says Simon. As
Okay,
she starts
so
shaping it.
your party is fighting for its life, and you're going to try to make a seal out of icing. Got it.
Fondant. Yes. It is. What did I roll? So, I guess I should also. Oh, it doesn't matter because that'll be higher. So I believe that is a crit because on my D4, I got a 4. Is that true?
That is a crit.
A crit
Okay.
It's a
of
success. I don't know what the difficulty of what you're trying to do is.
Oh, yes. Assuming it's a success. If it's
Yeah.
a success. If not, I rolled 21 total.
what skill?
Cake decorating,
Gotcha. Okay.
which is performance. Performance.
That's fine.
Which is under social.
Like I said, in 6 seconds, even with that 21, I don't think you're going to be able to make a seal right away.
Right. So how far do you think I am along with how skilled I am on making the seal?
Give her a tube or something.
I mean, I don't have an extensive knowledge of making a full-size seal out of fondant, but I feel like even with just my general knowledge of like living in the world, for as long as I have, I really feel like you couldn't make one in 6 seconds, or that it would probably take at least 5 minutes. So that's a lot of turns.
You don't think it's going to work, my plan?
I do not think it's going to work, no. And I think that
even if I crit?
Nope. I think your party, not in 6 seconds, and not in 18 seconds, or not in 30 seconds.
Does it look a little bit more like a seal than it did before, though? That's my question.
I mean, I suppose.
Rough shape.
Sure. It looks more like a seal than it did 6 seconds ago.
Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. That's fine. Cool. So that was my standard action to roll for that. So I've got now a ball of fondant that's looking less like a ball and more like a seal. I think we can say, which is good. And then I'm going to move. I guess I moved back a bit to do that. I am going to use the rest of my movement to move a little bit in, but still try to keep myself like out of the reach of the polar bear right now.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. That's what I want to do.
All right. It is now the polar bear's turn, and he is going to invoke a special power. Power is called Large and in Charge. And so what he's going to do, he's going to stand on his hind legs and bellow a display of dominance. It is an intimidation skill check against the willpower of everyone. If he succeeds, you guys will suffer some penalties because you'll be afraid. So let us do that.
Well, can I just double check? What kind of action is this?
It is, well, it's considered a power, and it's listed under attacks.
Okay, but it doesn't say as an action?
A standard action.
Okay,
Sorry, I just saw that. Yeah.
Because Veil uses a concussion grenade, so it's stunned, meaning it doesn't have a move action this turn. But if it's a standard action, then it can totally do that.
It's a standard action right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, great.
It was useful after.
So it's intimidation versus
Willpower.
will peril. Okay. Well, he maybe from being stunned or whatever, he only got a total of 9.
Yay.
I think you guys are all good.
Yes.
And that was his action. So now you've got an opportunity here to do some real damage on him while he, didn't take any damage on Circles or anyone else.
And you said he stood up, right? Like, I was picturing the logo you talked about was on his chest.
It was.
Is there a much better view of it now?
No, it's rather small. It's here. Okay. It's maybe only a few inches in diameter. That's why you couldn't see it. But yes, once he stood up, you could make me another alertness check and tell me what you see. If you beat.
There we go. 18. That's much better.
It sure looks like a snake to you. A cobra head, perhaps.
Y'all, this polar bear's gone in with Cobra.
So definitely unnatural.
Or
Polar bears have that
Cobra
much-
has branded this polar bear
Oh,
and they
okay,
stole
that
it,
seems
yeah.
more likely.
Probably wasn't the polar bear's choice.
Free will. I'm sure the.
But with that 18, you also realize there's just something weird about this polar bear. Like maybe there was an experiment done on it, or maybe it was genetically altered in some way.
All right. So my theory's coming to life. It's just like, it's not like a computer chip or anything, right? It's just
No,
like a branding?
it's just like a branding, like a cow branding almost.
Okay, so it's not something I can knock off.
No, it's seared into its chest.
All right. Like, it's telling me the polar bear's backstory, but I feel like there's something I should be able to do with this information.
I know.
I can't quite figure it out. But anyway, it's not my turn.
You could use your story point to get a hint when it's your turn. Circles.
Feels like a
If you need.
real investment of a story point, though.
It is. It is. We might be able to figure it out another way, but it's an option if we need it.
Vale, what would you like to do?
I'm a little unsure of what to do about this bear now. If it's knocked out, then we can investigate it a little more easily. How about that? So I'm gonna, because my drone is already in place to attack, I'm gonna use my movement action to command it. So that is my technology check. Yep, that beats a 10. So I can command it successfully to use its might and do a little damage. And I'm gonna use the no, I'll save it. Never mind. The standard kit, I can only use it one time because it's a consumable, right? I can't keep using it.
Right, and it takes 10 minutes to use it. Like, it's something you have to prepare for.
Yeah. Okay. Do that later on the way to the base. So that is a might check. D4 here. Okay. For 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Okay, the little swords come out, and I say, use the blunt end. Just kind of whack it for one damage.
Awesome.
One not so sharp damage. So that's my movement, and then for my standard action, am I close enough to Circles to do healing on him, or are you too far?
You can. So you would. Are you asking? Are you standing within touching distance of him?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You can't move anymore. No, you
Too
cannot
far, okay.
touch him from where you are.
I will then use my standard action to just let me try to, I guess, perceive what we're trying to look at then for my action instead. So that's awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
This polar bear. All right, here we go. Where is awareness?
Alertness.
Alertness. That's why I couldn't find it.
I have to wait till my turn.
That is a 10. That's something.
To you, it just looks like a weird circle with something inside. You're not sure what it looks like, what it is yet.
What a weird circle on that bear. Oh well, let's keep pushing forward, everyone.
It's like a circle with a blob inside. It's just he's moving
Circle
too
with
fast.
the blob, everyone. That's what I'm perceiving. Okay.
All right, Circles.
So I kind of feel bad for this bear. I guess what Vale was originally saying is starting to really hit me. So I'm going to swap from my chainsaw to my bat. And I'm going to attack, but doing stun damage instead of blunt damage to try and knock the bear out. Oh, that's 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right. So that does 1 stun damage. Oh, we didn't go into this before, but stun damage denies the creature their move action on their next turn, and if the amount of stun damage they take ever equals their health, then they're defeated.
So do I
they're
need to
just knocked
record
out.
the stun damage separately, or but it takes health off also, correct?
No, so if it takes enough damage that it only, like, right now it has 1 stun, so if it has 1 health, then it's defeated. But at the end of its turn, it regains, the stun goes away, or it goes down by 1.
But the damage doesn't, or the damage does go away?
No, damage never goes away.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
It definitely has more than 1 health right now.
Okay.
So
I should have just used my chainsaw. I'm going to switch back to my chainsaw with another free action, and I'll use a move action to pull the ripcord, because chainsaw has reload, which means that I need to use a move action after every time I use it so that I can use it again.
Oh, that's interesting. You can't just keep it running?
No. So
Okay.
usually reload is for something like a machine gun where you're going through your ammo, but it also applies to the chainsaw in this case.
Okay.
Cool.
Interesting.
And now I'm done.
Interesting mechanic. Iceberg, who is just not taking any chances, he's going to target it again and shoot it with his rifle again. This time, unfortunately, Iceberg misses.
Oh, Iceberg, we needed you.
Yeah, I know.
We needed you, man. Failed.
Mugshot, it's now your turn.
Talk a lot of crap. All right. So at this point, we all notice the branding. We just don't know what it is, right?
Right. You actually, and you haven't made an alertness check yet, so if you'd like to, you can.
I think I would like to make an alertness check. Thank you very much, dearest GM. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Forget it. 3. I don't notice anything.
You don't even notice that it's there yet. Yeah.
All right. So she's definitely gonna close. Mugshot's gonna close the distance between herself and the polar bear. She has her sledgehammer on her back. She's just gonna rush forward. And remember, this weapon also has electromagnetic trait. But I don't, also because she's thinking about Vale and how Circles is now an environmentalist. She doesn't want to kill the bear. She just wants to put it to sleep or whatever. She would like to adjust the controls on it so that it just disrupts computerized equipment, just in case, whatever. And she would like to rush and Joe sledge like upward, almost like 4, like a golf club.
Nice. What's the full name of that weapon again?
What's the what?
The full name of that weapon, like the electromagnetic sledgehammer or something?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
took
it's
the
an
galvanized.
It's a galvanized, yeah.
That's so cool.
So, you want me to read the electromagnetic element?
I love like hammers and sledgehammers. If you guys could actually see behind this green screen, you would see multiple foam hammers and sledgehammers that I made because I happen to really like hammers. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, so electromagnetic, it's a machinery disruptor. It does up 3 against computers, computerized vehicles, characters with computerized equipment, and robots, but down 3 against all other targets. So if the nature of this bear's upgrades are computerized, like if it's got some kind of, I don't know, some kind of nano chip.
Right, or it's like a
inside of it.
cyborg or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So in that case, then she would get an upshift 3 on this attack. But if it's not, if it's just, meat, then she would get downshift 3.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, because she did hear Circles say this is unnatural. So, I mean, we're very smart people, all of us.
Right.
So it's like unnatural just in case, something's up. Let's see what this is. So she would like to golf club. So now I have to roll to see my target. Why do I keep?
Yeah. Well, we got to figure out if you get the upshift 3 or the downshift 3. So is this computerized at all, Jason?
It is not computerized.
Right, so unfortunately, that's downshift 3, which might put you in the automatic fail category.
Yeah, it might put me in that.
Now, is that just a setting that she did on the hammer, or it is always like that?
It's an alternate effect that she gets because it's galvanized.
Mm-hmm.
So she could always just hit it like it's a regular hammer.
Okay. Okay.
Can I do that, or did it because I now I can't in retrospect? I can't, right?
Yeah, but at least now you know that
Now
it's
I
not
know.
computerized.
Okay.
in
Gives us
nature.
information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So she swings it, but the hammer, like from I guess narrative wise, you guys see the hammer sort of does something like this, like expands, contracts a little bit, and it doesn't really do anything. And she's sort of, so for my movements, I want to like back up a tiny bit, and I still don't notice anything on the bear tattoo wise. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Diamond.
Okay. Does anyone, so the support action option, is that that's a standard action?
Yeah, lend assistance is a standard action.
Okay. Does anyone particularly here, like, how are we for alertness? Like, I'm just wondering where all our stats are at. No, people aren't into alertness.
I'm
all right.
All right, into alertness.
You're into alertness? So
I'm good.
as I kind of got two options here. I got a plan, but I feel like us learning more about this bear is going to play into how we attack it. So I think Diamond is seeing all of this happen and watching it. She still has her fondant under her arm. She's like, definitely smells good. And I think she's going to say over to Circles and give him like a little bit of advice for how to best get a reading on this symbol and what it could mean. How do I want to do this? So I will lend supports. I have a D4 in alertness, so I do have some know-how in how to suss things out. And I feel like for Diamond, she's going to think about when she used to like case places before she would break into them and steal stuff. And she's going to give you some advice on details.
Okay.
So Diamond calls over to Circles, see if you can notice any unique details, something that might be small but out of place. And she lends support. Is that okay?
Makes sense to
Right.
me.
And that gives you an upshift. What does lend
An
support
upshift
do?
or an edge, ultimately.
Oh, yeah, sweet. I think that'll be very helpful.
And then you would use that on your next turn?
Yeah.
Circles? Okay.
Although,
And
if it's not
then
an action, I could just roll it now if you want.
Yeah, you can. I'm giving everyone a free
Yeah.
alertness roll on this.
Oh, natural 20 and a 4, so 24.
Good.
Okay. You notice, I mean, it is the Cobra symbol that you know and hate. It's 100% the brand of Cobra. It is its symbol, and it's, as far as you can tell, that it was done with a brand, like a cattle brand.
Oh my God.
And you do notice that the nails on the polar bear, the claws on the polar bear, are they're almost glowing. It was really slight, because polar bears have black claws, but now when you look at it again, you realize that maybe there's some sort of radiation happening on those claws.
Don't want to get scratched by
All
that.
right. Hey, Vale,
Yeah.
you're a bit of a scientist, right?
Uh-huh.
What would make a polar bear's claws glow like that?
A lot of things. Radiation, acid, weird
Acid.
stepping in something glowy. Freak glow stick accident. But it's not good. I mean, probably let's not touch the paw areas or get slashed by the polar bear.
Well, I was wondering, what if Mugshot just wails on those claws with a hammer? Could we That's some kind of minor explosion?
Oh, I don't think that's
Like, is
how
it a
that
reactive
works.
material?
Do I know this thing?
You got science,
Did
right?
she roll for smartness or something? She's really smart.
I have science. I can roll for science.
For intel.
Yeah, go for it.
Jason. Okay. All right. Boop, beep, boop. That's a 18, 19, 20, 21.
With your scientific mind, it is of your opinion that the bear has been mutated in some way by some sort of radioactive material, but that it is not explosive in any way.
That's not how radiation works, Circles. So
No.
it's just a mutated giant polar bear that should not be this large and is probably going to murder us in a very terrible way. So maybe don't hold back. Knock it out.
Got my chainsaw out. I'm not holding back anymore.
Okay.
And now, Diamond, do you still have a standard action, or that was the assistant?
Lending support is a standard action.
Okay.
So unfortunately I don't, but based on the knowledge of this, if it's okay, I will put my fondant away and take out, based on this information, and take out my I will take out my bow, I think, with my free actions.
I would say that is a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. So now that
not just hungry, it's radiated apparently, so it's not good.
And now that the polar bear's large and in charge cheer, I guess, his battle cry didn't work. He's back to mauling. So Circles, once again, he's going to take a swipe at you, and he only gets a 9. So
good. All right, that misses.
Yeah, he's distracted, and so now it is Vale's turn.
Okay, I use my movement to order the robot to hit again. So this is my roll to command. 7, 8, 9. That does not pass, so I cannot command the robot. Oops, that didn't go well.
Oh, crap.
And I use my own standard action to pull out my brand new, shiny, directed element rifle. I switch it to fire because I figure fire bad. I don't know. And I shoot. So that is my targeting.
And just for clarification, you actually used your free action, right, to get the weapon out, and then the standard action to fire. Is that right,
we did fire,
Ryan?
yeah.
Just so we're making sure we're good on the rules.
So one thing though, I know I said that you get to choose the element, but I meant when you requisition it, you get to choose the element. It's not something you get to switch between.
I picked it when I got it. Then fire.
Yeah, but you said fire when you picked it too. So
yeah. Okay, all right. So essentially, it's a flamethrower. It's very exciting for me in my life right now. And then I'm going to use a free action to also aim, which gives me the dice above it, right? Top shift. So here we go. That's a D8 then instead. 16, 17 to hit.
That will hit. That will hit.
Okay. Excelente. That is 1 laser element damage or fire damage to the bear. Okay, I think I did something. Got some cooked bear meat. Doing my best.
Bear's looking pretty rough.
Did the bear defend with evasion by any chance?
No, it defended with toughness.
Okay.
Toughed it out.
Fire weapons do extra damage if you defend with evasion.
Okay.
What?
Oh, right, because if you fail, that means that you dodged into the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nope, it was just toughing it out. Circles, it's your move.
All right. Circles has got a chainsaw. Circles is going to attack with the chainsaw. That's what Circles does. That's 22.
That's going to hit.
All right. Another 2 sharp damage.
2 sharp damage. Oh, because you...
Because it's the chainsaw, so I do 2 sharp damage,
Yep.
but I get a downshift 2 to attack with it.
Okay. It's not looking good at all. But it's angrier than ever. Its teeth are now, when you notice now that there's even a slight green glow from its saliva that's coming out, and it's baring its its teeth, and even the teeth are growing green a little bit, and everything just looks unnatural about this bear. The more you spend time with it, but
you really get to know the bear.
Yeah, you're really getting to know him, and his glowing greenness. But it is now Iceberg's turn, who once again, standing steady, is going to take aim and shoot with his rifle, and hope that he rolls well. And he does. He rolls a 22, which hits the bear for the last point of damage that is needed to defeat it. So the bear has now, he takes it right there, and the bear's just like, and is now face down, slumped into the crunchy snow and slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Just into the bottom, to where the ice is. No. He's not continuously sinking. He's just slowly sinking into the crunchy snow. And he's gone. No, I'm just kidding. He's right there.
Okay. We need to examine this bear immediately.
Oh, really? I was thinking we'd get away from this bear. It's radioactive.
I mean, I feel like I examined it, and we just know that it was mutated by probably Cobra, because just like they stamped it, so we knew.
Stamp? I didn't see any stamp.
I just said there was a weird symbol with a circle.
I rolled a 3, okay.
And then circles, yeah.
It's on the bottom, but it definitely had that Cobra logo.
I mean, you can flip it over if you want, but you probably shouldn't touch it.
I don't know. I could flip it over if I wanted.
What kind of strength does Bingo have?
Bingo. Oh, Bingo has very good might, I guess, but total strength. You mean toughness?
Well, I just wanted to see if Bingo could flip it over, but I doubt.
Oh, I can just roll it to see. So it's a D4. Boop, 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 boop. That's 24.
You got a 24?
Yes. With might. That's might. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say with a 24, Bingo would be able to
go strong.
And we can help the rest of the way, like sort of.
Sure.
I'll use my sled to push it
if
over.
you want to. Yeah.
I'm touching that thing.
So it is now on its back with the Cobra brand emblazoned clearly on its chest.
Okay.
Diamond with the gloves.
Diamond, you can investigate.
Sure. I'm no doctor scientist, but I can take a look and see. After all, Doc, he's a medical doctor, but also can invent things. So maybe I'll be able to do this too.
Yeah. I mean, I have fun. Up to you.
I mean, what skills do I have that could apply? I would say probably my alertness is probably the most relevant here. Other than that, I have some streetwise stuff. I don't know if that's going to help me with polar bear knowledge, unless it gets cold in Canada.
I don't know.
We don't have
I'd love to hear you explain.
Yeah.
How streetwise applies.
I don't know how many polar bears come from the streets.
Really rough ones, Jason.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
As much as some people think walking, I'm sure, like in downtown Montreal, you just stumble upon a polar bear. I can guarantee that you will not stumble along the polar bears. So that's not going to happen. So yeah, I think I'll use yes. They're not that frequent, although they are on some of our money. I will use my alertness then to see if I can notice anything else out of the ordinary that I think might pertain towards maybe just threats, since we already know where the base is, that we're going to encounter moving forward. Or if there's anything I can do to help it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but... So, in typical fashion, I did not roll well. I got a 9.
Well, you get the feeling that now that you're really looking at the bear and everyone's looking at it, that it was clearly genetically modified, maybe by some Cobra scientists or some Cobra geneticists. You're not sure, but everything about it seems natural. It was meaning that there's absolutely no electronics. It's not a cyborg. It is a genetic organism just been been manipulated possibly by some sort of radiation, maybe at birth.
Now, Iceberg,
All
you
right.
didn't say anything about this being a research center.
It's not. I don't understand it. Unless maybe they shipped it out here as some sort of like perimeter protection. But that place is tiny. It's just a little
tiny
shack, and then it
underground?
goes into the ground, and then the missile silos are down there underneath the ground. But the top part is with all the intel we got, there's maybe a maximum of 8 people in there, and no scientists.
Well,
Many
it definitely
polar bears.
seems like it's been modified in some way, and I don't know. Maybe we should keep an eye out for some kind of lab where they might have these polar bears captive.
Yeah, I
Other
mean, I don't know
things.
if it's here, but maybe it's somewhere close.
Maybe.
I could try and
Maybe they're
track
just
the bear's
also-
tracks.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I just
wondering
wondering be
if
better
one
at
of
that than me, though. I don't know. Can I help Iceberg with the tracks?
Where is it?
Yeah.
I
let's
feel
not.
like it's too bad Wild Bill isn't here. Isn't he good at tracking things?
No, Wild Bill.
I feel like he's also pretty good at
I,
that.
don't, I think Wild Bill is better at tracking things in Texas than he is in the
Not
Arctic.
only in Texas. True.
That's just my personal opinion, says Iceberg. But yeah, I think I got a pretty good idea of where these tracks come from, but it looks like they lead right back to the base, to be honest.
So where we were heading anyway.
Oh,
All right.
Even though it came at us from the side, Iceberg kind of jogs off a little bit and then sees that its path eventually is leading back to where the base is.
Did a banana.
Well, I guess we are also on this mission to destroy missiles, destroy the facility, find other missile places, and also find polar bears and save them. If there's more
Maybe.
animals.
Maybe. That would complicate the mission.
We'll gather up whatever intel we can and report back when the mission's done and just say, like, by the way, that facility we blew up also had mutant polar bears.
Well, I think we're going to have to do a little digging in this facility. It's probably bigger than they think it is.
Let me get some pictures of this, and he takes out like a field camera and takes a bunch of pictures of the polar bears for evidence to send back.
Is there any way we can mark something on a map just so when we get back, someone can come and retrieve this bear and maybe get it some help?
Sure, I think we can do that. If you want
Okay.
to mark it on your map, that's fine. Okay.
effective.
Oh boy.
Done.
All right, well, Vale, before we get too far, I did get scratched up by that thing. Am I
right.
going to be
Yeah.
poisoned by
No.
this thing?
Oh yeah, wait a minute. You got scratched by the radioactive
Pretty
claws?
bad, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not. You are not poisoned. You're just
Okay.
damaged.
Ah.
The
I
rate-
will take this opportunity to do a science check to heal Circles. How much are you down, Mr. Circles?
Just a little bit.
Mr. Circles. Two or two or
Just
one?
the one.
One. Okay, great. I'll just do a science check, and I have to beat a 10 to heal you, I believe. Yes. Okay. And that's science is a D4 for me. Okay, that's a 12 plus 2 is 14. Yep, I heal
Okay,
you
perfect.
for one.
You're
Anyone
good,
else
you're
down?
good. Good job.
Everything likes attacking me.
Yeah.
I do have some fondant that is slightly shaped like a seal, though. Now, if we need that.
Thank goodness.
I swear it was the roll of the
Break some
die
off.
that it attacked you.
I give Mugshot a little bit of fondant since she's looking for some.
I like it. It smells good and it tastes good too. Maybe we should have tried to just like, distract it with food. It was an organic animal.
That was my plan. I was going to shape it like a seal and then try to feed it. But it seemed like it was kind of beyond our help at this point. So
It was
I mean, that
incredibly
entire encounter took, I believe, either 18 or 24 seconds. before you got him down. So
I didn't have much time.
yeah.
Well, maybe make your
We'll keep that in
seal
mind.
as we go, and if we come across another bear, you'll have a seal ready.
You'll have the exactly
right.
fondant seal ready.
I think it's cute that it's specifically shaped, that it says a seal, like specifically.
And now she just has that.
So, well, I think moving forward, we should just make sure that we have not alerted anyone as to our arrival with all this noise and commotion going on.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I figured if there's any noise you're going to hear around here, a chainsaw fits in. This is lumberjack territory, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, after Iceberg fully examines the polar bear, he says, I don't see any homing device or homing beacon or anything like that on this. I don't, usually Cobra uses some sort of mind control when they genetically mutate animals. So I think we're okay. I don't think this is going to alert anyone. I'm guessing that they just let him roam wild to sort of throw anybody off the track. Frankly, I'm annoyed at myself for not knowing that it was here.
Don't worry, we're annoyed too.
My apologies.
I mean, isn't that what polar bears do? Sneak up in the snow?
Sure do. In fact, they're completely invisible most of the time. If it's snowing, you'll never see them coming.
Oh, it's
And
comforting.
they'll never see you again, usually.
Usually not.
As we walk along, should we maybe stealth, like, and send someone ahead as like a scout?
Well, you're still a couple miles away, but yeah, you are
Okay.
getting now to the point to where it would be a good idea to stealth ahead.
Okay.
If you want to send one person. When you get, Iceberg says that, when we get to about a half a mile away, I think it'd probably be good to make a camouflage sort of base of operations, and if somebody wants to sneak forward, they can.
Not me. I'm not stealthy at all. Zero.
Oh, you missed
stealth.
Diamond.
Oh,
I can stealth. Yes.
Great.
It's now almost completely dark, but with the
Right.
reflection of the white snow, you can actually kind of see where you're going.
Okay.
Can I use my friend of darkness to see if I can see in the darkness as though it's dim light?
Mm-hmm.
It says that it's a diff 10 alertness skill. So I assume that means I just need to roll above a 10. Is that right?
10 or higher.
10 or higher. Okay. So it's alertness. No. C'est parfait. I rolled a 13.
Great. Yeah, you can see great. I mean, everyone else can see a little, but you can see as if it was dusk.
I can see everything.
What do you see?
Snow. Lots
Good
of
to know.
snow.
Wait, are we still like a few miles from, or are we closing in as we're walking?
You're closing in.
We're closing in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How
now
is
wait.
my seal? How's it coming?
I mean, at this point, your seal, you got a really nice looking fondant seal. I mean, until we're talking
Nice.
like, you know,
Amazing.
British Bake Off, ready to go.
I love that.
Could win awards. All right. I'll put that in my bag for later in case it becomes relevant. And I still have some fondant separate that I haven't shaped into anything. It's just fondant. But it's all green, I guess, now.
Got some buckshot.
So you go on for several more hours. It takes it takes about an hour to go a mile, maybe more, because of the snow. But with the snowshoes, you're okay. You're about a half a mile from where Iceberg says the base is. Iceberg says, "Why don't we set up our little camouflage tent here and send Diamond ahead?"
All right.
Sounds
I'm
We're
okay.
gonna have a
Au
flash
revoir.
tent. We're gonna make one, or do we have one in our?
I've got one. I got one right here.
Okay.
So Iceberg has a snow tent
Okay.
with from
We help them
sky.
set it
You
up.
wouldn't be able to ever know that it was there.
Okay. Looks good. All 5 of us, 6 of us are going to sleep in this tent. All right, we got it. It's big.
You're not
Nice and big
necessarily
and
going to
cozy.
sleep in there yet. I think you're just going to wait for Diamond to come back. You could sleep in there. It's big enough for everybody.
All right.
It's a tight fit.
We're used to things like that. We're used to roughing it.
Joe's, you rough it.
That's right.
So
All right, so we're just gonna wait to see what Diamond reports back at this moment. We're just gonna sit here and wait. All right. Actually, Mugshot's gonna reach into her rations and eat some of them. What do we have in our rations? I'm afraid to ask. Is it like beef jerky or something?
Whatever you packed, I guess.
They're called MREs.
It's the
It
MRE.
stands for meals ready to eat.
Gross.
They're pretty gross.
Yeah, we're bad. Okay, thanks. I like the beef. She has the beef ravioli in the thing.
Oh.
She was like,
I'm going to use this time to spend 10 minutes and apply the standard kit to my my droid. I said science earlier, but I can't do that because I don't have a D4 in it. So I'm going to give it more might and just apply it there. Give it upshift.
The what kit?
The standard kit that I got at requisition. So I need 10
Great.
minutes to actually apply it. And then how long does it last? Oh,
It's standard,
1 minute,
so 1
1
minute.
okay, great. So I prepare it. I just put more knives on it.
Okay. But it only lasts for 1 minute?
After the 10 minutes? Is that how that works?
Then I probably wouldn't do that yet.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, that was longer than 1 minute. Just kidding. Ignore me. Nothing happened.
I guess that would be most helpful if you were planning to ambush someone or something. Right, Ryan?
Fine,
Like
sometime.
you get it all ready and then
Yeah, exactly.
it lasts for a minute and then you
1
jump into
minute.
combat with it. Okay.
Okay.
Works for some preparation.
Yeah,
So
it's a free
Diamond,
thing.
would you like to go ahead and sneak ahead?
yes. I already rolled. I rolled a 14. But I'm also cool if we didn't know that I'll roll again. So very good. But I rolled a 14. That's what I rolled when I rolled before.
Okay. You feel that you're concealed, and as you get over the next ridge, the base is coming into view. And what it looks like is you just see kind of out of nowhere a door. From the angle you're coming at, you just see a door in the middle of the snow. And like it just sprung out of the ground. There's just a door. And that's it.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Well,
I see a door.
You're still.
Oh, I'm radioing to them to let them know.
Oh, okay. Back to them. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I see a door.
Is it secure?
Oh, I don't think so. It just looks like a door.
We'll check what kind of locks or security it might have before you approach.
Okay.
are you talking to her on the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the comms. The comms. Okay, I will see if I can get a little closer.
So make
I'm gonna
me
try.
another
Ooh, yeah?
stealth check now, please.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Okay, so you made
Sorry about that.
another stealth roll. Let me know what you got.
So I have a 23.
Nice. You feel very confident that you could get closer and to really get a good look at this thing.
All right. I'm gonna sneak up then. I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna take a look. I don't know. What would I roll if I wanted to see if it was like something I could, I guess, break into?
Probably
Would that be
Probably
alertness?
Mm-hmm. What's the question?
I was going to say, should she break into that alone, or should she? I don't know if she should.
I think it's more like intelligence gathering than actually breaking in just yet.
Yes,
Got it.
I'm
I
not
was like,
using
oh, no,
my.
we're sending her
my
in
kit or
alone.
anything.
Get in there. You'll be fine.
Diamond, get in there. Do the whole mission. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Got this,
Yes,
girl.
amazing.
I got an 8 for alertness. It's not very good. 4 on my D20, 4 on my D4.
As you get closer, the snow starts to pick up, and so your view is a little distorted of it. What you can see is that it's not just a magical door in the middle of the ice. You get to the side of it and realize that there is a maybe 5-foot roof, flat roof, going behind the door, and then immediately it starts to slant downwards, giving the impression that that is a doorway to stairs that go down into underground. But you can't, from that 8, you can't tell if there's cameras or what kind of system is used to get into the door.
So I have seen. Oh, hello. Is anyone there?
No.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh,
copy
hello. Okay.
Anyone
I see. I see a door, and there seems to be. It seems to be the entrance to the base that is underground. So I'm not sure what kind of. I don't know what kind of security is here. The snow's picking up quite a bit, though, so I feel pretty good that they can't see me. Maybe we all want to come forward. I don't see anyone around. Or I can keep checking it out. Or if anyone has any advice for maybe what I should be looking for, that might be helpful. If anyone would want to, as they say, lend support to me.
So she's. Go ahead, Val. You say something?
I think we will. It's a good idea for us to head over anyway, because we're gonna have to go in somehow. And then we can do assistance on site. Might be the most efficient thing, is my thought.
I would like to rush forward and just bam the door right open. Let's go.
Luckily, you're still back at base, but Diamond,
Marathon, not a sprint.
With that 23 in stealth, you feel that you could direct the rest of the team to your hiding spot, and that you have a good hiding spot that is without eye shot from the door, so that they could creep up to where you are and then get close enough to also look.
That sounds like a good plan, Vale. I think you should all come here. I will tell you how to get here, and I tell them how to do what I did. And be stealthy.
I would like everyone to make stealth checks, though, still, and let me know what you get.
No stealth.
Should I also make a stealth check for this?
No, you don't need to, because you're already you're in place. You're still living you're living large off that 23.
What would stealth be?
Oh, infiltration.
Wait, why do I not see stealth?
It's infiltration.
Oh, it's infiltration.
Oh, okay. That's good. Oh, I have.
Sorry, I just have a specialization in stealth.
Got it.
23.
Wow.
2.
You got a 2?
I'm gonna use my story point and reroll. That's too, I'm gonna ruin
probably
everything.
a really good idea.
Falls and bangs into the door.
Well, hold on. Before you use a story point, there is something about group checks.
Okay.
That if the majority of the people making the group check succeed,
Okay.
You're good.
call it up.
We help each other.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I love that. I love a group thing.
Let me see what Iceberg gets.
Come on, Iceberg. Don't play us.
Iceberg's good. He got a 19.
That's good. Yeah, let me just kill all these rules as soon as I find them. There we go. Group tests on page 124. It's tests, not checks. That's why I couldn't find it. When the whole group works together, such as try to sneak by a patrol of cobra eels. The more skilled teammates help those who aren't. When in such a situation, everyone in the group attempts the skill test, etc., against the same difficulty. If half or more succeed, the group succeeds.
Okay.
Like
Basically, would the concept behind that be that, for example, Mugshot got a 23, Vale got a 2. Vale's about to step on a giant pine cone that's going to echo throughout the canyon, and then Mugshot grabs her really quick and pulls her away.
Exactly.
Sounds right.
It's also like the strongest link in the chain rather than the weakest link in the chain. It's the one that determines how well we do.
Oh, look at that G.I. Joe spirit. Positivity. Glass is half full.
That's great. Well, I think that's where we will end the episode for now. Will our group get inside? Will another polar bear come out of that door? What's behind that door? We're going to find out next time on the G.I. Joe role-playing game Actual Play. See you next episode.